So I hear you started manifesting, but you are triggered by your 3D. You might be feeling like emotions are getting in the way of your manifestations. But that ends today because I'm going to show you how your triggers are not something wrong. In fact, you're exactly where you're meant to be. But triggers sometimes turn into bad days. But with these simple methods I share in this video, triggers will no longer spoil your day. You will be able to turn a day around and see your emotions for what they are, neutral events. So grab your favorite hot beverage and let's get started. Hi, I'm Marta and welcome to my channel. Manifesting will expose your triggers like nothing else. Why? Because it's not about getting what you want. It's about becoming the person who's ready for it, so you can welcome it into your life and most importantly, keep it. And that journey starts with your triggers because nothing worthwhile in life is easy. Nothing of value comes to our life without a little sweat and tears. Otherwise, we would not appreciate it as much. When we buy things, it's always for the suitable price. So why do you think that riches, peace, fulfillment, love of your life, all those things that we value the most should come in easy and at a low price? It doesn't make any sense. And if it feels hard, it's because it is. But the alternative is also hard, and we must choose our heart and reflect if we're okay with the things staying as they are right now if we don't do something. And you really don't have to learn how to manifest. You just have to remove the blocks leading you towards them. And this is why emotional regulation is crucial, and manifesting exposes our ability to self-regulate so well like nothing else does. And it's our best teaching tool as well. The triggers are also a chance to come back to the old self. You spend decades doing things a certain way and the ego notices this change. It will tempt you to come back and reconsider coming back to what feels safe, predictable, easier to navigate, as if asking, are you sure that this is what you want to do? But you made this choice and you are committed. And these reminders at some point will stop over time, as well as if you keep practicing what I talk about in this video. Triggers aren't here to ruin your day. They're here to teach you something powerful. They show you where you're still holding on control, attachment to the outcome, resisting the present moment, and letting your emotions run the show. But guess what? This is exactly what's preparing you for everything you desire. Because you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So why do triggers look like they are trying to keep you stuck? Because we still react to them. We feed them with our attention. Because whenever there is a trigger, there is still an unmet need for control. And the triggers expose that. Because every time you react, you're holding onto resistance. And when you resist, you block the flow of life. And manifestation isn't about control. It's about trust. It's about living in the now and letting go of what's holding you back. But here's the thing. You can't just will yourself to stop reacting. You've got to release the emotions behind the trigger, and this comes with practice. It's not an easy task, but it's the most important thing you will do for yourself. Life happens in the moment, on the moment-to-moment basis. Live in the now and trust in the rest, unbothered, and you'll attract all you want in this life. Facing your fears and vulnerabilities is the bravest thing you can do, but it's also the most transformative thing because God knows everything. God, which is the inner you, your awareness of being. And even if you repeat affirmations to yourself all day, over and over, the inner man knows exactly what's there because it can't be fooled, which reflects into your life and the person that you are and what you have around. What is a trigger that you've recently experienced and how did you handle it? I would like to hear your story, so share it in the comments, and I would like to also know what you're struggling with. And if you're enjoying this video so far, then please consider subscribing to my weekly newsletter, which I call Self-Love Letter, where I share insights and stories that will hopefully lighten your mood and provide you with this more feel-good energy to create life you love and brighten your day. Many of your triggers come from unprocessed emotions. Emotions we didn't know how to handle in the past as it was happening. When similar situations arise, these emotions resurface. Instead of feeling them and letting them go, we blame others, analyze the situations, ask why is this happening, or try to fix it. But the only way out is through. When you use something like the letting go method, you slowly release these trapped emotions. And over time, the triggers lose their power and you gain more freedom. By concealing your vulnerabilities and true feelings, you're only fooling yourself, allowing the ego to run the show. It's what keeps you stuck and your desires kept safe in your mind as something you don't have. So always be honest and authentic with yourself and allow yourself to feel exactly what you're feeling. No sweeping under the rug anymore. Focus on what is, not what caused it. So choose wisely if you focus on the causes and blaming, or on feeling and a proper processing of these emotions. Self-love is when you give yourself grace and accept everything about yourself. And this is the real assassin of those triggers and your ego. And I know it's hard, but you can definitely do this. How often should you do this? 70 times 7, baby. Until it runs out and you no longer feel bound or the effects of the same trigger over and over again. You'll feel free, and you know exactly when it is because you will feel it. So be patient and be consistent and never beat yourself up. We often blame others for triggering us. We are mad that they've pressed the button, but the button there is our responsibility, and it's our job to fix this once we are aware of it. And non-reactivity doesn't mean you're numb. It means you're free. You're detached, at peace, and no longer resisting what is. Anxiety and suffering happen when we fight the now, saying no to what is in front of us. But the moment you stop resisting, you open the door to happiness, and manifestations start to flow into your life. So always start with self-awareness, this self-observation. Observe your triggers without judgment. It's good to write them down during the day when you feel something. Notice, how is your body reacting? Do you pull up your shoulders? Do you get tense in your jaw, belly, chest? Whenever you feel uneasy, there is a part of you coming to the surface that needs love and understanding. And these things don't happen to you. They happen for you, so you can finally put stop to it. See them as this side quest on your path to greatness, not as obstacles in your way. And how to exactly shower that uneasy part of you with that love. How do you actually do it? Once you know where it feels in your body and when it happens, focus on attention on that place and the emotion you're feeling. Imagine holding it in your arms, comforting it like a good friend or a loved one. What can really help you is to bring to your memory the love you feel for your pet or child or someone you love dearly, and just redirect it, this feeling, towards this part of yourself, and sit with it for a moment until it feels less intense. And do it without judgment, because feeling is healing. And practice radical acceptance, and you'll notice how resistance fades and peace takes its place. It's not easy and it has to be consistent, but it's so worth it. And it's exactly how you become the person ready to receive everything you want and have the life that you love and keep it there. If you haven't already, read the book Letting Go by David Hawkins and practice that letting go method. Don't just read about this stuff or watch videos, because it's not going to help you. It's very experiential and it has to be practiced. So get to work. And Sunny Sharma has here on YouTube fantastic short meditation that introduces you to this process. I believe it's called Letting Go, so it's very easy to find. It's so simple, and yet nobody teaches us that. I will link this video of his in the description as well, because I haven't seen a better hands-on video on the subject yet, and I used it a lot when I was learning the method myself after reading the book by David Hawkins. I find it fascinating how we all find the manifesting community because we want the stuff. But what we learn in the process is that it was never about the stuff. It was about the state of peace and happiness and fulfillment, abundance, love that we allowed ourselves to feel only when we get the desire. But what turns out is that it was always about this one thing, this self-realization of who I am, healing and allowing the state of peace, even without these manifestations flowing into our lives, even before they happen. And when we realize that and make our peace with it, they start to flow one by one into our lives, but we already felt that peace and fulfillment before they showed up. Triggers are not here to break you or ruin your day. They are here to build you. Let go, make peace with what is, and watch how your life transforms. That is all for today. Thank you very much for watching. I know that this video will help you, at least one person watching it, and it would mean the world to me if you could just let me know in the comments. And what else do you need? What do you struggle with? Subscribe and check the resources in the description. You are brave, you are loved. Be kind to yourself. Bye now.